So with this, we'll just start off transportation in animals. So in higher animals, what do they mean by higher animals? Vatsala, can you tell me what do they mean by higher animals? Who are higher animals? Priscilla, I just saw your messages. Sorry, I missed seeing your messages. Yes, Vatsala?
Yes, I don't know.
Okay, all right. So basically when they say higher animals would mean basically mammals, right? Even in, in animals, you have got them differentiated into aquatic animals, amphibians, reptiles, mammals. So mammals come at the top. So that's why they are called as higher animals, right? So basically in higher animals, digested food, gases, waste material are all carried by the blood, right? So here blood is the medium. Blood is the transport, there's actually the vehicle which actually transports all the substances. What all does it carry? It carries food, gases, waste materials, right? Through a network of tubes which are called blood vessels and form a system known as a circulatory system. Why do they call it a circulatory system? Priscilla, can you answer? Why is it called a circulatory system? Why not a transportation system?
Ma'am, because they circle in our body, ma'am, continuously.
Correct. It is like a vicious cycle. It is like a never-ending cycle. It keeps on happening round and round and round, from the lungs to the heart to the rest of the body, lungs to the heart to the rest of the body. So it's like a cycle which has started right from the time we were born, and this will keep on happening till the time we die. So this vicious cycle, keeps on happening, and this is something which keeps us alive, which keeps us healthy, which helps us to breathe, right? So this vicious cycle is known as a circulatory system. It's like a circle which keeps on repeating itself again and again, correct? So we will be reading in depth about the circulatory system. So a circulatory system is made out of three very important components. One is the heart, second is the blood vessel, and first is the heart, the second is the blood vessel, and the third is the blood, right? We have studied about blood in depth in one of our earlier classes. We studied about blood, the composition of blood, how does it look, what is it made out of, what is its work, right? We studied stuff elaborately on blood. Today we will be emphasizing a little more on heart and blood vessels. Okay? Arna, can you please tell me what is the meaning of blood vessel?
Blood vessels carry blood.
Yeah, blood vessels carry blood. That is understood. But what are they? How would you like to break it up? Can you just break it up?
Ma'am, like they are tubes
Mm-hmm.
and
Correct.
they carry blood
Mm-hmm.
and there are two types of blood vessels, blue and red.
Blue and red. And what are they named as?
Ma'am, I don't know that.
Okay, all right.
Can I?
Yeah, please do.
Ma'am, blood vessels and muscular tubes which carry blood. There are of three types:
Mm-hmm.
arterioles or arteries.
Mm-hmm.
No, arteries. Then veins and capillaries. The
Very good.
arteries carry pure blood, which is has oxygen, and
Very good.
veins carry uh, impure blood, which has carbon dioxide.
Mm-hmm.
Capillaries join these both.
Very good. Excellent. This is the best answer that I could get of this question. Very good. Excellent. So basically, when I would say blood vessel, Arna, you also answered it very rightly, right? To the point you had answered. So what is the meaning of a vessel? What do we mean by a vessel? Your mother must be using a lot of vessels in the kitchen. What is
Vessel means container.
containers? So basically something that would contain maybe some liquid or solid or something. It would contain a substance. That's why it is also called a container, because it will contain, matlab hold, carry, right? So these blood vessels also carry, they contain, right? They carry the blood from one place to the other, and you will not believe they crazily carry the blood right from the last cell, the first cell that is there in your head, to, I'm sorry, I'm so poor at drawing. If this are your toes, the smallest toe, the last cell found on your toe, right from the head to the toe, there's a network, there's a mesh of blood vessels, like there's a mesh, a very organized form of blood vessels, which will crazily carry blood from here to there, and the blood, and from the heart to the lungs to the brain and to the wrist and to the ankle and to the knees and to the stomach. Crazily they are carrying. They're all doing their own work. They do not get confused. Like, for example, the aorta. The aorta knows what is it's one of the largest artery found in the body. It very well knows what is its role. It will not mess up. It knows which kind of blood it has to carry, from where it has to pick up and where it has to drop, and what is its path. It knows it, right? For example, in your school bus, right? For example, if this is a school, right? This is a school, and there are, maybe I'm just saying, there are almost 20 school buses, right? I'm just writing it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? For example, this is Arna's house. This is Nasruddin's house. This is Unmana's house. This is Priscilla's house. This is Bhavya's house. This is Vatsala's house. Right? So these are all the houses. Now, so there is, bus route number 1 has only one way from the school to Anna's house. It will not go first to Unmana's house and then just say hi to Nasiruddin and then drop Anna. No, it will not do like that. It will straight away from the school, it will go to Anna's house. Route number 2, bus number 2 has a fixed route. From the school, it will go to Nasiruddin's house, Said's house. Bus number 3 knows its own route. From the school, it will take this particular road and go to Unmana's house and drop Unmana. Similarly, each and every bus has got their own fixed route. If I may use the word, they have a fixed route. They will not change route just like that, zigzag. Similarly, each and every blood vessel of our body has a definite and a fixed role to play. They have a fixed path to follow. They have a fixed work to do. They have a fixed thing to carry. One will carry food, one will carry gases, one will carry waste material. It does not get mixed up. It is highly, highly organized. It is highly organized. That's why I keep on saying human body is the best machine that's available in this entire planet. It is created by God. It's God's creation, and it's the ultimate machine. So it is a highly organized machine. Only if we, eat, we are the only people who are responsible to spoil our health. For example, we have a lot of fried food, we have a lot of junk food, we have a lot of fats. That is when, the blood vessels will get clogged with arteries, with cholesterol. They will become so thin that blood will get very little space to flow, and it will have a tough time to flow. That is when it will put pressure on the walls, and then the person will have blood pressure, BP. The person will have a lot of cholesterol problem. So who is responsible for this, for spoiling such highly organized system? Man himself, human being himself. God has created it perfectly fine. Correct? So we have to take care of this highly organized machine called human body.
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am, this highly organized system is only found in humans or all organisms?
So that's why they have mentioned higher animals. When they say higher animals, they mean mammals. It also could be monkeys. It could be tiger. It could be a dog, cat. They're all mammals. In fact, even if you see an amoeba, even an amoeba has a very systematic, transportation system. Everybody has a very systematic transportation system, but in case of an amoeba, it is very basic. It is very basic. खाना यहाँ पे आ गया, यहाँ पे सीडोपोडिया ग्रो कर गया, खाना अंदर आ गया, फूड वैक्यूम तैयार हो गया, ये बंद हो गया. Very basic. They don't have a heart and a lungs and a kidney and a brain and a nerve. It's not very complicated. Mammals have the most complicated form of human body. That's the reason why there are much more organized. Very, very, very complicated. Doctors spend 6 years. After studying for 12 years in school, they study 6 to 8 more years in their college to study just about the human body. And even then, it's not enough. Another 4 years, they study only on the human body. And even as if that's not enough, another 2 years, they study only on the human body. So how many years did they study? 12 plus 6 is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, 24. Can you believe? 24 years they study only on the human body. And that is when they become specialist doctors.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
After graduation or before graduation?
In total. This is in school, 12 years, classes 1 to 12. Even, if he has studied in, even if he has studied in kindergarten, 2 more years here. Then, maybe now it is 6 years. MBBS is for 6 years now. If he has to go for some specialization, MD or MS or something, it depends, 2 to 4 years. Another specialization, 2 more years. So only then he can become a very knowledgeable doctor or a specialist.
Ma'am, 2 years they also have to work in as an assistant doctor, right?
Yes, they have to work as an intern. They have to work as an intern. So 26 years, and that to not the entire human body. This person, maybe he can know only about the heart. This person A. Now after, there could be one more person who would only study about the nervous system. So he will be a nerve doctor or a neurologist. There will be one more person who will study so many years of only stomach related things. So he will be a gastroenterologist. So combined together all the system, can you believe it could be more than 100, 150 years of knowledge to know the entire human body? So how complicated it is for them to understand, and then to understand how a disease happens and how to treat the disease. Every person has different problems. How, first of all, how, when, why, where, they have to address all the 4 W's and then come to a root cause. Right? So this is, that's the reason why higher animals have a very complicated system. That's the reason why, they require even more complicated, solution. You would be finding doctors who treat animals. They too have a complicated system, but then again, that much of 24 years of specialization is not required. There is not a vet who is a cardiac specialist for vet, who will only take care of heart-related problem for dogs. You will not find a gastro only for dogs. You will not find an eye specialist only for dogs and cats. A vet will take care in general of all the problems. Only for human beings, we need to have specialized attention. Understood?